maybe get it in a place where it's not going to get damaged, because there's some big hail. I mean, it's serious.
There's a rotating wall cloud there right now. There's baseball-size hail, but a rotating wall cloud in this area right now, and it's moving toward you in Cleburne. So a severe thunderstorm that could possibly, at a minimum, it's going to produce some 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Baseball to softball size hail. So quite a bit of damage is a possibility. And I'm surprised there's not a tornado warning for this storm right now. That's a pretty good hook, Jesse, on that thunderstorm that we're looking at by Godley that's moving toward Cleburne. So I would think that a tornado warning is going to be issued for Johnson County. Matter of fact, a tornado warning was just issued for this circulation to the southwest of Cleburne. So it's going to be in this area here. So again, if you live in Cleburne, you need to seek shelter immediately. We have one warning right now across North Texas, and that one warning is for Johnson County and specifically Cleburne. You're about ready to get slammed with hail. You also have the potential to have a tornado. So we've already had damage reported in Mineral Wells tonight. A tornado has touched down there, and the damage has been pretty significant in Mineral Wells. The same potential does exist with this thunderstorm, Jesse, as it moves right down 171 toward Cleburne. And any minute now, if Cleburne isn't already experiencing large hail, it's just a matter of a moment or two before you will. And then the circulation with this that very well could produce a tornado. But I mean, Jesse, Cleburne is just moments away from being inundated with some very large hail and also what very well could be a tornado.
Yeah, it's truly in a bad spot. If you are watching from Cleburne, I really want you to take this seriously, because like Pete said, there is a tornado risk, absolutely, but there is baseball to softball size hail heading into Cleburne now. I'm looking at some other radar data here in the back, and the hail core is very strong, and the core of the hail right now is crossing 67 and moving right into Cleburne. And really, it's all of Cleburne. So it's not, it's not like I can say one section of Cleburne has a better chance to see the very large hail than another, because the hail core itself is crossing into Cleburne. You see our radar data is trying to come back up here, so it's a little bit old. It's a little bit of a delay there. But I will just tell you this: if you live in Cleburne, the hail core is moving in right now. The center of the hail core is essentially on the northwest side of town. All right, so this would be essentially along 67 and 171. That's kind of the core of where this is right now, and it's moving southeast into Cleburne. And that's your baseball-size hail potential, possibly up to softball. Now the rotation of concern, where we're concerned for a tornado, is actually on the west side of Cleburne. So if you live west of the town of Cleburne or in Cleburne or southwest, that's where the highest level of concern exists.
Yeah, in any of these areas right through here. So
yes.
This is the whole, but at Cleburne, I mean, you're right, Jesse. I mean, any moment now, this is going to be hitting Cleburne. If it's not at this moment, we're looking at softball size hail and 70+ mile per hour winds. This was the potential that we have been talking about all afternoon. The potential for the softball side, baseball, the softball size hail, 70+ mile per hour winds, the very heavy rain, the lightning. We're seeing all that now. We were hoping that potential wouldn't be realized this evening. We did have that take place in Mineral Wells, and now we have it taking place in Johnson. That does not look good at all, Jesse. Right there. That storm velocity, that's the wind. I mean, certainly some rotation in this area right here. So that's very concerning right now when you see this level of intensity on velocity data showing us exactly. So if you live in this area, please go to your safe room. Go to the lowest floor in your house. If you live in an apartment complex, you need to be downstairs on the first floor. You need to be away from windows. You need to put as many interior walls between you and the outside walls. The best place to go is you go to a bathroom. And why in the bathroom? I mean, look, we have winds of 78 miles an hour, if not stronger. Right now, Cleburne is activating their outdoor warning sirens. They did that 5 minutes ago. They're doing it again right now. I know I hear people every year, they go, Pete, they always turn these things on and nothing ever happens. this is one of those times. It's already happened tonight in Mineral Wells. It could certainly happen in Cleburne. So I do not want you to take this too lightly. Don't think that this is just some game. Somebody just likes to turn on the sirens. That's not the case at all. This is a serious situation. Already lots of pictures of baseball size hail, softball size hail, and what we're looking at right now, we also run the risk of that and also the risk of having a tornado on the ground here in Cleburne. I have no reports of that happening right now, but at this moment, everything that I'm seeing, and this was the same thing we saw in the Mineral Wells area right on the Parker-Palo Pinto County line. When you see a Doppler radar signature this strong, I've never seen it this strong and not have some type of damage, either from straight line winds, downburst, or from a tornado touching down. So I don't want you to take this too lightly. This is a very serious situation. We're looking at one of our cameras right now, State Highway 174 and Farm to Market 4. This is in the Cleburne area right now. One of our TxDOT cameras. That does not look good. I know that camera is mounted on a pole and it is really, really bouncing around. But Jesse, that does not look good there in Cleburne at all.
No, it really doesn't. The rotation continues to be very impressive. The core of that rotation, the strongest of the winds, where the big tornado concern right now is essentially the west and southwest side of Cleburne. That is where the highest concern is. This would be really close to Lake Pat. Okay, so Lake Pat, Cleburne is right there. The Chisholm Trail Outdoor Museum in that general area. This is also moving toward Rio Vista. This is on 174. So if you're watching, you live in Rio Vista, you live down to Woodrow, Covington, if you hear your name called out, just know that pretty serious rotation headed your way